Hi guys, it's Peggy Arif, real estate broker in the greater Sacramento area. I wanted to update you on some really important and probably beneficial changes to California real estate law for you. As you remember, in the fall, we voted on a proposition called Proposition 19. Well, that did pass, and there's two major components to it. I'm just going to cover one today, and I'll send a follow-up email later with the second half. So as many of you know, there's a lot of benefits to owning California real estate. One of them is how our property taxes are treated. So back in 1978, there was a proposition called Proposition 13 that passed. And what that did is it limited the ability of the government to reassess the value of your home to which they charge the 1% California property tax on. So the limit is they can adjust your value no more than 2% a year. So let's say, for easy illustration, you bought a house for $100,000. The next year, the government can only reassess your home to up to $102,000. Well, as you can see, over time, California real estate historically performs way better than 2%, right? So over time, holding a property, you tend to pay a lot cheaper property tax. And it can be some extreme examples. So, but the flip side to that is as people age in their homes, and maybe they're empty nesters, maybe they're in a property that's too large for them, or a location that no longer fits their needs, or the floor plan maybe is a double story and they really need to be in a single story. Often they hesitate on moving because they realize that if they move, that they will probably have an increase in property tax if they sell their house and buy a new one. Now, there's some exceptions to that rule, Proposition 60 and 90, but which made it so that you could move within your county, and then Prop 90 made it so that you can move within to some very limited counties in California. So what Proposition 19 has done is that if you own a home and you're over 55, you can sell that house and you can move anywhere in the state of California and transfer your property tax basis. So let's say, like for instance, with one of my clients, they had owned their home for over 30 years in the Bay Area. They bought it for $120,000. They were paying around $4,000 a year on property taxes, but their house was market value worth $1.4 million, right? So if they were to move, they would see an increase in property taxes. So what they can do is sell their house for $1.4 million, and they can move to Placer County or anywhere in the state of California and buy $1 million house and still pay $4,000 property tax. Or they can buy a house in Granite Bay for $1.4 million and still only pay the $4,000 property tax that they transferred from their other residence. You can do this 3 times during your lifetime if you're over 55. So it is going to shake up our market even more with an influx of buyers. As you know, the greater Sacramento market is really the top destination for affordability for people that are moving from the coast. So this might be a law that benefits you if you want to stay within the county and you're over 55 and you have a cheaper property tax basis, or friends and family relocating from outside of the area. If you have any questions about Prop 19, you can always call me. As always, I can't give tax or legal advice, but I can provide you with a link below that has the frequently asked questions about the law, and I can always get you in touch with a local CPA to discuss. As you have heard in the market is on fire. We have about 60% less homes on the market than we did before the pandemic. And we are seeing a huge influx of buyers to our area. Those people that no longer have to live in high cost of living areas and can work remotely. And then just people moving because now they have to work from home and they need more space. coupled with the fact that our interest rates are at historic lows. So it's a pretty crazy market in that sellers are generally getting multiple offers, and not just one or two, but 16. I put a listing on the market where it went $80,000 above list price, and we had over 15 offers on the property. So that's my big coffee cup up there for days like that. If you have any questions, real estate questions, you want to do your annual review over Zoom, or if you're comfortable, I can meet you outside and we can review the value of the home and talk about what your real estate goals are. So if you haven't looked into refinancing, please do. It can benefit a lot of people. I actually refinanced myself, and I never thought I would with the interest rate that I previously had. So if you have any questions on refinancing, you can contact me. I'll refer you to good, reputable lenders. If you do a refinance and you're having any problems with your appraisal, I've had a lot of clients email me appraisals, and I've done appraisal rebuttals for them that have turned out favorable. So as always, I'm here to serve you. Thank you for all of your referrals. We have helped 15 families so far in 2021 move, and it is my honor, my passion, and my joy to be part of your story. Have a great day. Again, my number is 916-622-3787. Take care.